Have you ever wondered what scary creatures lurk beneath the waves? Get ready to dive into the deep and discover the most dangerous animals of the sea. Hey ocean explorers! Today we're going on an underwater adventure to meet the top 10 most dangerous sea animals in the world. These creatures are so amazing and scary you won't believe your eyes. Let's dive in. 10. Giant Pacific Octopus. Did you know there's an octopus as big as a car? The giant Pacific octopus is a super smart sea creature that can grow up to 10 meters long. That's as long as a school bus. These 8-armed wonders can weigh up to 300 kilograms. That's heavier than a piano. Now you might think octopuses are just squishy and cute, but these giants can be pretty scary. They're so clever they can open jars and solve puzzles. Imagine an octopus doing your homework. But here's the spooky part. These octopuses have been known to grab divers and try to pull them down into the deep, dark water. Yikes! They don't mean to hurt people, but they're just so curious and strong that they can be dangerous if you're not careful. The giant Pacific octopus uses its 8 long arms to catch food like crabs, fish, and even small sharks. They squeeze their prey tight and then use their sharp beak to munch on their meal. It's like having 8 hands to eat with. Talk about messy eaters. 9. Electric eel. Electric eels, shocking creatures, live in rivers and can give you a real jolt if you're not careful. Electric eels aren't eels at all. They're a type of fish that can grow up to 8 feet long. That's taller than most grown-ups. But it's not their size that makes them dangerous. It's their superpower to make electricity. These water zappers can produce up to 860 volts of electricity. That's more than 5 times stronger than the power from a wall socket in your house. Imagine getting shocked by that. Ouch! Electric eels use their power to hunt for food and protect themselves from danger. They send out electric signals to find fish hiding in murky water. When they find their prey, zap, the fish is stunned, and the eel gets its dinner. But electric eels don't just use their electricity for hunting. They also use it to talk to each other. It's like they have their secret language made of zaps and buzzes. How cool is that? 8. Narwhal. Have you ever heard of a unicorn of the sea? Well, that's what some people call the narwhal. These magical-looking whales are some of the coolest and most mysterious animals in the ocean. Narwhals are pretty big. They can grow up to 5 meters long. That's about as long as a big car. But what makes them special is the long tusk that grows out of their head. It looks just like a unicorn horn. This tusk is a tooth that grows super long. It can be up to 3 meters long. That's taller than most rooms in a house. Scientists think narwhals use their tusks to hunt for food, break through ice, and even talk to other narwhals. It's like having a built-in sword and a megaphone all in one. Narwhals are tough cookies. They live in the really cold waters near the North Pole, where it's icy most of the year. They're so good at swimming in icy water that they can dive almost a mile deep into the ocean. That's like diving down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. 7. Swordfish. En garde. Here comes the swordfish, one of the ocean's fastest and strongest fighters. These fish look like they're always ready for a fencing match with their long, pointy bills. Swordfish are big and tough. They can grow up to 5 meters long. That's about as long as a pickup truck, and they can weigh as much as 1,700 kilograms. That's heavier than a big horse. But what makes swordfish special is their sword. It's their upper jaw that grows super long and looks like a sword. They use this bill to slash at their prey and stun them. It's like having a built-in sword for a nose. Swordfish are speed demons of the sea. They can swim fast, up to 60 miles per hour. That's faster than most cars drive in the city. They use their speed to chase down their favorite foods like squid and smaller fish. These ocean gladiators are found in warm waters all around the world. They like to hang out near the surface of the water, but they can also dive deep, up to 2,000 feet. That's like diving down to the bottom of a really deep canyon. 6. Polar bear. Surprise! You might be wondering why a polar bear is on our list of dangerous sea animals. Well, these big fluffy-looking bears are actually amazing swimmers and spend a lot of time in the water hunting for food. Polar bears are the largest bears in the world and the biggest land predators. They can grow up to 3 meters tall when standing on their back legs. That's taller than a basketball hoop. And they can weigh up to 500 kilograms, which is about as heavy as a small car. These Arctic giants are super strong. They have a bite force of 1,200 psi. That's strong enough to crush a bowling ball. And their huge paws with sharp claws make them excellent swimmers. They can swim for days without stopping. paddling through icy waters like it's no big deal. Polar bears are perfectly built for life in the cold Arctic. They have 2 layers of fur and a thick layer of fat to keep them warm. Their fur isn't white, it's clear. It just looks white because it reflects light. This helps them blend in with the snow and ice. 5. Crocodile. Snap! Here comes one of the scariest predators of both land and water. The crocodile. These ancient reptiles have been around since the time of dinosaurs, and they're still some of the most dangerous animals on Earth. Crocodiles are like living tanks. They have tough, scaly skin that protects them like armor. Some crocodiles can grow up to 7 meters long. That's longer than a big car. And they can weigh up to 1,000 kilograms, which is as heavy as a small car. These reptiles are super swimmers. They can zoom through the water at speeds up to 30 kilometers per hour in short bursts. That's faster than most people can run. And they're sneaky too. They can float just below the surface of the water with only their eyes and nostrils showing, waiting for their next meal to come close. Crocodiles have incredibly strong jaws. The saltwater crocodile, which is the largest kind, has a bite force of 4,000 psi. That's strong enough to crush a car. They use this powerful bite to grab their prey and drag it underwater. 4. Anaconda. Slither and squeeze. The anaconda is one of the biggest, strongest snakes in the world. Even though they're not sea animals, these giant snakes spend a lot of time in the water and are excellent swimmers. Anacondas are huge. They can grow more than 10 meters long. That's longer than a school bus. They can weigh more than 300 kilograms, which is heavier than a piano. Imagine a snake that big swimming next to you. These super snakes don't use venom to catch their food. Instead, they're constrictors. That means they wrap their strong, muscly bodies around their prey and squeeze tight. They can squeeze so hard that their prey can't breathe or move. Anacondas have stretchy jaws that let them swallow animals whole, even if the animal is bigger than the snake's head. They can eat animals as big as deer, and there are even stories of anacondas eating cows. 3. Shark. Here comes one of the most famous and feared predators of the sea, the shark. These amazing fish have been swimming in our oceans for over 400 million years, even before dinosaurs roamed the earth. Sharks come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Some are as small as your hand, while others, like the whale shark, can be as big as a school bus. But the sharks we're talking about today are the predatory ones, like great white sharks and tiger sharks. These ocean hunters have some super cool features. They have several rows of sharp teeth that are always growing. If a shark loses a tooth, a new one moves forward to replace it. It's like they have a never-ending supply of teeth. Sharks have super strong jaws that can bite with a force of 4,000 psi. That's strong enough to crush a seal's bones. They use this powerful bite to catch their favorite foods like fish, seals, and sometimes even smaller sharks. 2. Sperm whale. Get ready to meet the gentle giant of the deep, the sperm whale. These incredible animals are the largest toothed predators in the world. They're so big that they make great white sharks look tiny. Sperm whales are huge. Male sperm whales can grow up to 20 meters long. That's as long as 2 school buses parked end to end, and they can weigh up to 70 tons. That's heavier than 10 big elephants put together. These ocean giants have the biggest brains of any animal on Earth. Their brains can weigh up to 8 kilograms. That's about as heavy as a big cat. All that brain power helps them navigate the deep, dark ocean and find food. Sperm whales are deep sea divers. They can hold their breath for up to 90 minutes and dive almost 2 miles deep into the ocean. That's like climbing down the Empire State Building 16 times. Speaking of food, sperm whales love to eat giant squid. They dive deep into the ocean to hunt these tentacled treats. They also eat other large fish and even seals up to 2 meters long. That's a big meal. 1. Killer whale orca. And now, for the grand final, the top spot on our list of dangerous sea animals goes to the killer whale, also known as the orca. These black and white giants are the true kings and queens of the ocean. Killer whales are not whales. They're the largest members of the dolphin family. They can grow up to 9 meters long. That's about as long as a big RV, and they can weigh up to 6 tons, which is as heavy as an elephant. These ocean predators are super smart. They have the second biggest brain of all marine animals, just behind the sperm whale. They use their smarts to hunt in groups, just like a team of underwater detectives, solving the mystery of where to find their next meal. Killer whales have the strongest bite of any living animal. Their jaws can chomp down with a force of 19,000 psi. That's strong enough to crush a car. But don't worry, they don't use those powerful jaws on people. They prefer to eat fish, seals, and sometimes even other whales. Wow, what an incredible journey through the dangerous waters of our oceans. We've met some of the most powerful, scary, and amazing creatures that call the sea their home. From the giant tentacles of the Pacific octopus to the powerful jaws of the killer whale, these animals remind us just how wild and wonderful our oceans are. Thanks for joining me on this underwater adventure. If you enjoyed learning about these dangerous sea animals, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting animal facts.